Next up is reload process. In Snowflake, the reload process typically refers to the actions required to re-ingest data that has already been recorded in the load history, which is the metadata Snowflake uses to prevent duplicate data from being loaded. How it works is that Snowflake stores the load history in the target table metadata for 64 days for bulk loads and in pipes metadata for 14 days in case of Snowpipe. And when executing the copy into command or Snowpipe operation, Snowflake checks this metadata to skip the files that have already been successfully processed. This we had seen in our Snowpipe demo that we had two files there. One was processed and second was going to be processed. Snowflake only processed the file which is not processed and it skipped the file which is processed. This it achieved using the metadata persistence. How to reload data? To force Snowflake to reload files that are already present in the load history, you must override the deduplication check using the force option. You can set force is equal to true into your copy into statement. This ignores the existing load history and reprocesses all the files. Okay, and then in case of Snowpipe, you can just refresh the Snowpipe. You can just say alter pipe, your pipe name, and refresh, and this command will automatically check the stage for the files added within the last 7 days and it will queue them again for reloading. And the third thing you can do is you can reset the history. If you truncate a table, the load history for the table is often cleared, allowing files to be reloaded without the force parameter as well. Next up is incremental updates compared to the full updates. Incremental updates in Snowflake often used with dynamic tables or streams or merge calculate and apply only the changed data since the last refresh, making them cost effective and fast. In contrast, full updates or full refresh build the entire data set, which is resource intensive and expensive. Incremental is best for large high frequency data, while full is used when complex logic inhibits incremental tracking. We talk about speed. Full refresh is slower and obviously incremental refresh is faster because it only scans the delta records. Full refresh cost is higher than incremental refresh. And if we talk about complexity, full refresh is very simple. Actually, you are just doing truncate and reload. But for incremental, it is a little bit more complex because you are required to do CDC to detect the delta changes. If we talk about accuracy, full refresh is highly accurate because eventually you are just truncating the whole system and reloading the whole history. But incremental, it depends on the tracking integrity, which columns you are using for incremental refresh and how it working internally.